Well, some very exciting news for the Blind Sporting Council. Fox Creek Wine are on board and very much on board for the Eye-to-Eye banquet happening next year. Let's have a chat to their CEO, Paul Rogers. Paul, thanks for your time.
No problem, Peter. Good to talk to you.
How have you and the Blind Sporting Council got together?
It's basically a bit of a love for a couple of things, but the main one being our linkage with the visually impaired. We've been doing the Braille on our wine labels across our whole range since 2009. So that's the main linkage for us, and we've had quite a long relationship with the Royal Society of the Blind, and the Blind Sporting Council seemed like a perfect fit for us.
How did that idea about Braille labels come around? Because I remember talking about that in 2009. Who came up with that idea?
Basically, it's my sister-in-law, Kristen McCarthy, who's also our marketing manager. She had a friend that unfortunately received a blood clot during a minor operation. And that blood clot led to basically some damage to the part of the brain that affects the vision. So he lost the distinction between colours and had to learn how to read and write. So from that, basically, she sort of got into the fact that they couldn't sort of differentiate between laundry detergent or a bottle of wine on the supermarket shelf. So it certainly, for us, felt like something we should get involved with and give the opportunity for people to be able to socialise and to be able to and explain what they're actually drinking. So
what sort of
how it all started.
What sort of feedback have you received from people who don't read Braille? Is it a good sort of point of difference compared to other bottles of wine?
Yeah, I've been amazed across the whole world that I sort of travel promoting our wines that people pick up the bottle and sort of feel this sort of bumps on the back of the label and turn around and say, yeah, wow, you're into Braille. And even if they don't know what Braille is, once we explain, they say it's just fantastic. And we just wish that more wineries would get behind it and get involved. There's just not enough at the moment.
The Fox Creek Wine story is interesting, particularly how you started.
Yes, it started with basically 4 doctors all working together at Flinders there in the city, and of course doctors are renowned lovers of wine, so they all sort of decided to buy their own vineyards, I think, for obviously the reasons to sort of get involved with the wine industry, but also to help with the taxation at that time. So, when we've still got a fantastic supported group of doctors that buy from us through our wine club. So, we've got a great following in the medical fraternity.
And the name Fox Creek?
Basically, my mother-in-law, Helen Watts, came up with a name. When they first bought the property back in 1984, it was mainly used for sheep and grazing. And because of the sheep, we get quite a few foxes that would come onto the property, and we still do to this day, actually. And we also got a creek that basically runs up all the way from the hills down to the ocean, which is only sort of 7 k's from us. So the combination of the foxes and the creek, it seemed like a simple and easy name to remember.
Terrific. How many types of wine do you make?
At the moment, I think we're up to about 15. We have a few wines that we don't do every year, and just a few special additions that we do for our loyal circle members who buy 2 cases of wine from us every year and direct through our mail order business. So they're made up a mixture of white and red, and also the sparkling Vixen, which is quite something a little bit different that people seem to enjoy.
And very much a South Australian company.
Absolutely, yes. All out of McLaren Vale, so we do everything in McLaren Vale, and we're very proud to be involved with the McLaren Vale wine region.
What about export? Have you got a bit of a foot there as well?
Yeah, we've been growing that successfully over the last sort of 10 years or so. We're up to 26 countries we export to.
Fantastic.
And so that keeps us quite busy, ranging from Sweden, which is our most successful market at the moment, through Russia and most of Asia as well. So it's quite a diverse group of countries that we export to.
Gee, Sweden, I wouldn't have picked that as being your number one country. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. We've always sort of tried to do things a little bit different at Fox Creek, not sort of go down the normal channels, but pick the markets that people don't normally think of relating to wine. So.
Now, you're the principal sponsor for the Eye to Eye banquet, which the Blind Sporting Council is holding. It's been shifted to, is it next May?
Yes, it has. For a couple of reasons, but one is that they've just got some new sponsors involved, and they're going to have a corporate launch as well for some of those sponsors, including obviously ourselves, who have been involved for a couple of years now at the Toyota showroom on West Terrace in December, which will be great. And it also means I can actually go this year, because normally it's always a time when I'm overseas, and to shift it for me was personally a good chance to get involved.
Okay. Well, if the principal sponsor can't rig the date, then there's something wrong. We'll obviously chat about it as it gets a bit closer, and I think one of the exciting things that happened on that night is the announcement of the Karen Kanaja Memorial Scholarship as well, which...
Yes, exactly. I know you've been sort of trying to push to get a bit of a heads up on what's happening there. I know we have as well, but they're not there on at this stage.
And what about as far as this season goes, Paul? How's it been for the wine growers and then the winemakers?
It's actually looking really good. We had quite a small year last year, but this year we've had some brilliant rains, as you obviously be aware, and that means that we've got quite a good-sized crop on. So if we can just get some nice weather now, leading through to vintage and harvest in sort of January to April, we could be in for a good year again. So. And a bit more volume than we've had in the last couple of years. But we've been very lucky that we've had some fantastic successes over the last couple of years with international awards. So we hope that we can get a few more of those in the future.
If I said to you, just give me one name of one type of bottle of wine that I should go out and buy, what would you say?
It'd have to be our Reserve Shiraz, our flagship wine. It's been winning awards all across the world, and it's not a cheap bottle of wine, but it's certainly very special.
Terrific. Well, Paul, well done. It's great to speak to someone who's obviously putting plenty back into the community, supporting the Blind Sporting Council is a good thing. As I said, when the date gets a bit closer, we'll certainly promote the Eye to Eye banquet. Thank you for chatting to us, and keep up the good work, and thanks for the support of the Blind Sporting Council.
Thanks, Peter. If I can just say one quick thing, is that we are offering anyone that's sort of listening to this radio station as part of our linkage with the Blind Sporting Council, a 15% discount off our wines when they buy online. And they just have to use BSC for Blind Sporting Council in the section where it asks for a discount code. So just something that we're going to help to hopefully to raise some more profile for the Blind Sporting Council.
And that's www.foxcreek.com.au.
Foxcreekwine.com.
Yeah, foxcreekwine.com. Terrific. Thanks, Paul.
No problem. Thanks a lot for talking, Peter. Great to talk to you.
Paul Rogers, CEO.